What's up, you damn gorgeous and beautiful people? Welcome back to Role-Playing Games. This is Mario Corner Internet, where we like to discuss about RPGs. If you like content, like the videos, I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. And today's video, we're going to be speaking about capturing monsters, killing monsters. Why do you want to capture a monster, and why do you want to kill a monster? So, 3 sections of the video. First, I'm going to give you the materials for capturing a monster, tell you how to get the materials to capture a monster. Then I am going to tell you how to capture a monster. I know that this is something basic that the game tells you, but what the game doesn't tell you that much, it does, but not necessarily upfront, is when do you want to kill a monster, and when and when do you want to capture a monster. So, first and foremost, to capture a monster, you're going to need either a pitfall trap or a shock trap. So, how do we get those? We're also going to be needing tranquilizer bombs. So, how do we get them? The first thing that you need to do is come with this guy. This guy is always going to sell you the stuff that you need for your stuff. So, let's go to purchase, and we're going to purchase trap tools. For as many as you want, and then be sure to send them instead to the item box. We're going to need them on the item box. So just purchase as many as you like, and then as well as tranquilizer bombs, as many as you like. These 2 bad boys right here. So once we are there, let's go to your item box, manage items, crafting list, and in here you will go you know, the tab number 4 right here. We have the pitfall trap and shock trap. So how do we craft them? Well, for pitfall traps we're going to need nets. How do I make a net? With ivy and with a spider web. This requires more materials, so I do not make them that often. And then for this one you'll only need thunderbug. So yeah, all in all, the traps that I usually carry with myself as much as possible is shock traps, because they only require thunderbugs, whereas the pitfall traps do require spider web as well as ivy. So 2 materials to craft this one, 1 material to craft this one. And I say 1 material because the trap tools, we can already purchase them from the other guy that I told you where to purchase them. So, how to get thunderbugs and how to get nets. That is where it gets interesting. You can get them by gathering them in the world while doing your hunts, missions, quests and whatnot. But honestly, I do not do it that way because I'm lazy like that. And I like to farm it. This is the Argosy. In several other videos I advise you to watch them as well. I tell you a whole lot about this gal. But with this gal, what I do is that sometimes when I'm not looking for something specific, like the honeys that I am always looking for, I can farm thunderbugs in here. So every time that I go on a hunt, I'm going to get rewarded with lots and lots and lots of thunderbugs. As soon as I have more than the ones that I need, then I can completely continue doing other stuff. This is going to use 1 slot just right here, as you can see. For example, on the other hand, for the ivy ones, we're going to, for the pitfall traps, we're going to be needing ivies. We're also going to be needing spider webs. So these 2 tabs from below here, this is to make a pitfall trap, and this is to make a shock trap. So when do we want to use shock and pitfall traps? It's very interesting and important as well. You want to use, it doesn't really matter. Although electric monsters, like for example the electrified Sinogre, they are somewhat more resistant to electric traps as well as the Tobikdachi, so you were more likely going to be using pitfall traps with those monsters. Now, I'm going to show you in this next portion of the video how to capture a monster, but before I do so, let me tell you that monsters get resistances to traps. So for example, if you use a shock trap against a monster just to deal damage, to trap it and deal damage, if you want to use it again, it's not going to be efficient that efficient the next time, to the point where it's no longer going to be able to trap it. Alright, so usually you want to carry 2 traps, to use 1 in the middle of the hunt and 1 to trap the monster. Now let me tell you how to trap a monster. So, to capture a monster, you want to look out for that. Do you see up there on the Magnum picture that it has a blue icon for kind of a anime skull that is somewhat kind of funny? Yeah, once that is done, you want to grab your trap, you place your trap in the ground, and then you use your tranquilizer bombs, and that is how you capture a monster. Now, now that we have captured a monster, I want you to pay specific attention to something very specific. Once we go to the reward section of the hunt, we are going to learn why do we want to capture monsters and why do we not want to capture monsters. When to do capture monsters and when to not capture monsters. So up here on the reward sections, you will see that we get the target rewards, as well as the quest rewards, and then capture rewards, broken parts rewards, so on and so forth. So I want you to pay very specific mind to this, because this is going to tell us when do we want to capture monsters and when do we not. So this is something that a lot of people do not mind that much, and I do believe that they should. When you press start and you go to information, hunter's notes, you will find the information for all of the monsters that you have hunted in this game. So let's go to the Magnum one and let's go over to the high rank rewards. This is what you need to know for when to capture and when to kill a monster. We have a lot of different numbers in here, so I want you to understand what a target reward is, capture reward, broken part reward, carves, drop materials. You will always, no matter what, get target rewards. The thing is that each one of them has a very specific percentage. For example, from a target reward, you're never going to get a Magnum horn. You're never going to get a Magnum tail. You're going to get horns and tails by capturing monsters. Now, broken part rewards. Those are very interesting. People confuse these little things with the drop materials that you get when you pick up materials. People sometimes believe that when you get a broken part, the monster does drop materials, but they are not the broken part of the monster. Now, once you finish the hunt, let's say for example that you manage to break the Magnum horns, which is the scute, I believe. If you break the horns, then you will get a broken part rewards. Depending if it has 2 horns, you will get extra chances. So broken part rewards like the Magnum scale, blade, scute, soul prism, they are never going to be influenced by either you killing or capturing a monster. What is going to influence what kind of rewards for killing and capturing a monster, it's going to be capture rewards and carves rewards. So let's say for example that you are looking for scutes, that's things. You need this one to craft a piece of armor, to craft a piece of gear, something that you are looking for. On capture rewards, you have more chances to obtain it than from carving. So carving a monster is never going to yield you scutes, whereas capture will. It'll give you a chance, it's not going to guarantee you, but it's going to give you a chance. On the other hand, if you're looking for the soul prism, you're never going to get a soul prism from a capture reward. Instead, you do get a percentage of getting that from a carve. Sometimes people like to capture monsters because it's easier, and sometimes they'll give you more materials, sometimes they will not. It's always randomized, but what it isn't randomized is when you carve a monster, you only get 3 carves out of that monster. And by 3 carves, it's going to be divided into the items that you have right here. So for example, carving a monster yields you on the tail specifically. If you carve a monster from the tail, this is something that the game doesn't tell you, but I'm telling you right now. If you carve on the tail, you get 75% chance to get the tail. On the rest of the body, you get a 3% chance of getting an orb, a blade, 20% chance to get a soul prism, 16% chance to getting a blade, 20% chance of getting a shell, and 34% chance of getting a scale. So it is very important that you have this in mind. Like I said, you will always get these rewards by either capturing or killing a monster, as well for the broken part rewards. So yeah, if you're looking for a specific part of the monster, then it is in your best interest while you are in the hunt. Focus yourself on that part of the monster to break it or sever it in the case of the tails. And then in capture rewards, if you're looking for something that carves do not have, then yes, capture the monster. But it's always going to be based on either what is it that you need. It's not better to capture a monster, it's not better to kill a monster. It all depends on what kind of material do you need for your build, for your armor that you're looking for your weapon that you're looking for. Most of the cases, when I started to play, I made this mistake myself as well. I was just trying to capture and capture and capture because of speed running, and I was telling myself, this is faster, so all in all, I'll get the material faster if I just keep capturing the monster. But I wasn't, because maybe that material that I was looking for, I had a chance of getting it from carving a monster, and I didn't get a chance from capturing a monster. The same applies for capturing and carving. If you're looking for a capturing reward, you better capture the monster. So that is pretty much everything that you need to know about carving, killing, capturing monsters. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel before you close the door. No one's told you today that you're a gorgeous and beautiful person. You are indeed a gorgeous and beautiful person. A beautiful day, and I'll be seeing you goddamn gorgeous and beautiful people in the next one.